Calista B reporting for Kids First, age 16, and today we are going to be talking about the documentary Rebuilding Paradise, which, fun fact, is directed by Ron Howard, a very notable director. And this documentary goes through the story of Paradise, California, a town that was destroyed by the wildfires in 2018. And the documentary goes into detail about how the people were affected by it and the hopes of rebuilding it. So, I personally think this film did a very good job in terms of being a very raw and emotional and personal film. And that's mostly because most of the runtime is spent with the actual residents going through their lives after the fire and how they've been affected by this disaster. And I think that aspect of this film is fantastic, and I think it is arguably the best part of it. However, I think my biggest issue with the film is that this documentary doesn't really have a thesis. Initially, this didn't really bother me. I was like, not every documentary needs to have like a moral behind it, but I think it is kind of contradictory to have several scenes with the councilmen of Paradise and showing like government meetings where they talk about the issues caused by the fire and not really presenting like a clear answer on how to prevent this in the future or how we can fix these issues, because they're presenting like all these like statistics of like all these people have lost their homes and been replaced, and then towards the end it kind of feels like the film tries to cover that up with like, oh, here's a scene with the graduating class of Paradise High School, look at them graduating, we're gonna be okay, we're gonna rebuild, and then you juxtapose that with like a whole like 5-minute segment talking about how the water supply got poisoned and can lead to cancer. I'm like, are we gonna not talk about that? Like, are we gonna not fix that? Are we gonna just like leave that be? And I think that's kind of irresponsible, I guess. That's the best way I can describe it. Despite that, this definitely felt like a very personal film, specifically to me, mainly because I do live in California and I actually have had to evacuate because of fires. And, I undoubtedly had it easier than these people, but I think I have experienced the fear of like, we're gonna lose everything here, and especially considering a lot of my family members live in California, it was a very stressful event in my life, and I think that definitely adds to my opinion of this film in terms of how emotional it was for me. I also want to talk about the first 8 minutes of the film, because the first 8 minutes is just phone footage and news reportings of the actual event, and it's all just a bunch of shots of people trying to escape, and it's a very stressful 8 minutes, because it's like, I think it does a good job of putting you in the shoes of the people as they're trying to escape, and I think it really gives a lot of perspective on just how devastating this event was. So yeah, I will give this film 3 out of 5 stars and recommend it for ages 12 to 18, as it is a very realistic film dealing with a lot of real issues, and it comes out on July 31st. So, that'll be it for this Kids First review. If you like it, make sure to check out the Kids First website, and of course, all the other Kids First reporters, and I will be seeing you all later. Bye-bye!